Hi YouTube and welcome to Socially Awkward Ducks.
In sameness there is peace. Exceptionalism is a lie. Free yourself from your cutie mark.
In this episode, I would like to discuss the first two episodes of Season 5 of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Now, before we get started, I'm going to have to tell you guys there are spoilers ahead. I'm going to try and be as general as humanly possible, but unfortunately with the nature of this topic there will be some spoilers, probably from late Season 4 and from the first two episodes of Season 5. So there was a lot about this two-parter that I absolutely loved. Okay? I think it was ridiculously complex, especially given the nature of the show. No matter how much I loved it, it's not perfect. There was some serious characterization issues in my mind, mostly to do with Fluttershy. Now, the thing is, I am a huge Fluttershy fan. Of all of the main six, she is my absolute favourite, and now, the thing is in this episode, when you get the first pan over the unnamed equalization village...
This is where the map sent us? It looks like the most boring place in Equestria.
That's just an ordinary village full of ordinary pony folk.
It could certainly use a few more architectural flourishes. Or any architectural flourishes. I think it's lovely. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
There is a lot of effort put in to make you think that it's not Ponyville, from variations in the music to close-ups of the fake smiles and everything. Now there's one other thing that sets this village apart from Ponyville. When you look at opening shots of Ponyville, you get very calm music, large emphasis on nature, and most especially a hint that there are animals around, be it birdsong or actual sightings of animals. Now, in this episode, we don't get any of that. Obviously, to let us know that no matter how much this place on the surface may seem to be a happy, harmonious place, like we're familiar with, not really. Now, one character who should have noticed that, and didn't, is Fluttershy. Fluttershy's characterization centers around the idea of loving and being obsessed with animals. In fact, the only time we see an animal in this two-parter, she prefaces it with, "Oh, at last," or something along that line. And that implies that she also hasn't seen another animal in the 3 or so days she's been there, or well, the 2 or so days she's been there. So, I don't think that the reaction they came up with for Fluttershy, of her being all happy and loving everything about the village, was at all accurate for her. So yeah, basically the fact that Fluttershy doesn't notice that there are any animals in the village and gets really happy with a whole bunch of strangers talking to her just doesn't sit with me and her character. The other question I have about this episode is, what is Starlight Glimmer's plan? And right now I'm really hoping her name actually is Starlight Glimmer. But there is a point in the thing at which she says, this is all going to go according to our plan, or something along those lines. What is it she wants?
When the rest of Equestria sees that a princess gave up her cutie mark to join us, they'll finally understand what we're trying to accomplish.
I don't understand how stealing a whole bunch of cutie marks is actually going to forward her in any way. It's not like they have any magical power on their own, and basically either she truly wants all of Ponyville to be equal, and when she is done getting everyone's cutie marks removed, she will remove her own, or she just wants to be superior to it. She makes it sound like it's a huge group goal, but it really isn't. Now the thing is, that's just the first part of the two-parter. The second part is a lot better. The characters do tend to act more like themselves, and they do tend to wrap up the storyline, and one thing I love is they end up helping all of the villagers to get their cutie marks back, and they end up allowing them to save themselves and help, and eventually end up needing their help, which is great. It's really great for their characters, but it doesn't make up for the mischaracterization of Fluttershy in the first episode. and to an extent Pinkie Pie, who occasionally, while she may be occasionally eccentric and blurt out random things, is never downright stupid.
Oh, some ponies were telling us how much they miss their cutie marks and Pinky! Oh.
Where she reveals the whole plan of these ponies and ends up, the whole plan of the secret underground resistance, and ends up destroying everything. Makes Party Favor get punished, and it's just really not her. But that's enough griping. There were some moments in this episode that I absolutely loved. They were hilarious, they made me smile, sometimes still make me giggle. Like this line here about muffins.
We have muffins? Then I guess we'll take 6 muffins.
And Party Favor's incredible skeeviness at the beginning of the episode, because...
Well, you've certainly come to the right place for friendship.
yeah, that was pretty skeevy. And just the general atmosphere and the I love the idea of the cutie map. That's going to be amazing throughout the season if they use it well. So where it's, hopefully it won't just remain like a secondary thing that they're only using the big 2-parter episodes. Hopefully there'll be more episodes where they explore through Ponyville and beyond, and just generally I hope they make that a big issue. I'm really looking forward to the 100th episode where they make big deals out of the fan favorite background characters. That's going to be amazing. And just, I don't know, I think this season's going to be really good. And episode 3 has already picked up my hopes for the season. I mean, there's not really much else I can say, is that it's going to be great, it's going to be funny, and they just need to make sure they aren't sacrificing characterization for the sake of plot. Thanks, YouTube. See you next time with Socially Awkward Ducks. Anyone have any thoughts about the video? Let me know in the comments. Follow us on Twitter. Hit subscribe, yes, that.